Hello friends, welcome to my channel SS Nursing Point. So today we will discuss what are the walls present in a digestive tract. So already we should discuss what is the organs present in our GI system, and we all should know that our GI system will start from our mouth or oral cavity and ends in rectum and anal canal. So now today we will discuss what are the walls present in the digestive tract. So mainly the walls of the digestive tract is divided into four types. So the innermost layer is called as mucosa layer, that is the innermost layer. That layer is called as mucosa layer. Then the covering of that mucosa layer is called as submucosa layer. Then the covering of that submucosa layer is called as muscularis layer. Then the outer covering of the digestive tract is called as serosa layer. So there are mainly four layers of the walls are present in a digestive system. The inner layer is called as mucosa layer. Then the covering of that mucosa layer is called as submucosa layer. Then the outer covering of that submucosa layer is called as muscularis layer. And then the supermost outer layer of the digestive tract, that is called as serosa layer. So first of all we should discuss what is the mucosa layer. So mainly that mucosa layer is having the innermost layer of the digestive tract, and that mucosa layer is divided into three categories. First one is our epithelial layer. So epithelial layer means that is the topmost or most inner part of the mucosa layer is called as epithelial layer. So epithelial layer is the topmost inner layer of the digestive tract. So the main function of that epithelial layer is that they should directly get contact with the food. Why? Because our food goes at the inner surface of the digestive system, and the topmost inner layer of the digestive system is having our epithelial layer. So epithelial layer is also one part of our mucosa layer. So that layer is consisting of various tissues, and that layer is directly get connected with the food. Next layer is having lamina propria. So lamina propria is containing various types of lymphoid tissue. Okay, here only the epithelial tissue is present, but various types of lymphoid tissue is present in the lamina propria. So lamina propria is present at the outer surface of the epithelial layer. So the main function of that lymphoid tissue is they should kill all the microorganisms. So whenever the bacteria or any types of virus or any types of fungus, they should enter to our digestive tract, at that time that lymphoid tissue or that lamina propria will give protection to the digestive tract. Okay, so that is the main function of this lamina propria. Next one is muscularis mucosa. So that is the third layer of the digestive tract, that is called as third layer of that inner surface, that is called as muscularis mucosa. So that muscularis mucosa is consisting of various types of villi-like structure. So villi-like structure means what? That is one type of villi-like structure. So if there is any fold is present in the mucous membrane, then that is called as muscularis mucosa, or that is called as villi. Okay, so the main function of that villi is having the main function of that villi is they should do the absorption of the nutrients. So that is called as muscularis mucosa layer. So mainly that mucosa layer, that is the mucosa layer, and here the villi-like structure at the inner surface of that mucosa layer, the villi-like structure is present. So that villi-like structure is called as muscularis mucosa, and that villi-like structure is only doing the absorption of the nutrients. We should eat all the diet. That diet should containing carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamin and minerals, and that minerals or that carbohydrate, protein, fats are having absorbed by the help of muscularis mucosa. So that is the three parts of our mucosa layer. So mucosa layer means that is the topmost or the inner layer of the digestive tract, but that mucosa layer is also having consisting of three parts. The topmost inner layer is called as epithelial layer, that is consisting of only the epithelial tissue, and that epithelial layer is directly get connected with our food. Next one is lamina propria. That lamina propria is consisting of lymphoid tissue, and the main function of that lymphoid tissue is they should help to kill the microorganisms. organisms, and they should give protection of our digestive tract. Next one is muscularis mucosa. So that muscularis mucosa means that is one type of villi-like structure which is present at the inner surface of the digestive tract. Due to that villi-like structure only, we should get absorption of our nutrients, that is carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamin and minerals. So that is called as muscularis mucosa. Then the outer covering of that mucosa layer is called as submucosa layer. So that part is our submucosa layer. So in that submucosa layer, they should consisting of various types of blood vessel, lymph vessels and nerves. All types of blood vessel, lymph vessel and nerves are present in our submucosa layer, and the submucosa layer is the outer covering of the mucosa layer. Next, the outer covering of that submucosa layer is called as muscularis layer. So that muscularis layer is also having divided into three types: inner oblique layer, middle circular layer and outer longitudinal layer. So that division is occur up to our abdominal cavity. That means already we should know that our digestive tract starts from our oral cavity and ends in our rectal and anal canal. But up to abdominal cavity, what happens? That muscularis layer is divided into three types: inner oblique layer, then middle circular layer, then outer longitudinal layer. But after that abdominal cavity, what happens? Our muscularis layer is divided into two types: inner circular layer and outer longitudinal layer. But up to abdominal cavity, our muscularis layer is divided into three types. Then due to the help of submucosa layer, what happens? By the help of submucosa layer only, they are having bind each other. That means mucosa layer and muscularis layer, that is the mucosa layer and that is the muscularis layer. So that mucosa layer and muscularis layer are bind to each other by the help of submucosa layer. Why? Because already we should know that submucosa layer is consisting of various types of blood vessel, nerve vessels and lymph vessels. So that it is the main function of that submucosa layer that they should bind the mucosa layer with the muscularis layer. Next one is last one, that is the outer covering of the GI tract. So the outer covering of that GI tract is called as serosal layer, and that serosal layer is mainly made up of various fibrous. So due to the presence of fibrous tissue, the main function of that serosal layer is that they should give protection to the inner surface of the digestive wall or digestive tract. Whatever the walls present at the inner surface, that means muscularis layer, submucosa layer and mucosa layer, that layers are having protected by the help of serosal layer. Why? Because that serosal layer is made up of a fibrous tissue. So that outer covering or that serosal layer is also otherwise called as adventitia. So the outer covering of the digestive system is called as adventitia. But in case of abdominal cavity, the outer covering of the abdominal cavity is called as peritoneum. But in case of other part, whatever the part, the outer covering of the digestive system is called as adventitia. Only in case of abdominal cavity, the outer covering is called as peritoneum. Now I should show you the posters regarding that walls of digestive system. So that is the posters of walls of digestive system. So that is the inner part. The inner part or the innermost layer of the digestive system is called as mucosa layer. Then after that mucosa layer, the outer covering is present. So that outer covering is called as submucosa layer. So that part is called as submucosa layer. So that is the outer covering of the mucosa layer. In that submucosa layer, what happens? There are various types of blood vessels, lymph vessels and various types of nerve cells are also present in our submucosa layer. Then after that submucosa layer, the outer covering is called as muscularis layer. So that part is called as muscularis layer. So up to the abdominal cavity, that muscularis layer is divided into three categories. But after that abdominal cavity, that muscularis layer is divided into two types, that is in our inner circular layer and outer longitudinal layer. Next one is that is the outer covering. So outer covering of the digestive system is called as adventitia, or that is called as serosal layer. But in case of abdominal cavity, so that is the outer covering of the abdominal cavity. So that outer covering of the abdominal cavity is called as peritoneum or visceral peritoneum. Thank you.